And we are live. So I'm going to totally steal this from Andrea Parsnow because I really thought it was cool. Hello, future people. Because in the beginning, nobody can actually see this yet. And so it's only the people watching it later that are going to see this part. So it's the future people. Hello. And welcome. So some of these people here, not all of them are here because different time zones and things like that, but these are your lovely moderators. They have been volunteering their time to come host all of the amazing panels that we have been having. Hi, Sharon. And they all gave up much of the last 7 days to come hang out with everybody and help this con run super smoothly. And I am incredibly appreciative. So if you guys,
I don't think anybody gave up more time than you did, though, Geneva. So major props to you first off.
Well, thank you.
Hi, Sean.
So if you guys wouldn't mind, I know some of you write, some of you narrate, some of you read, some of you do other things. Why don't you go around and tell people who you are? So let's just go straight across the top here and go Kyle first and go from there.
Okay, so I'm an aspiring author. I've got one already written, just need to get it published. And then I'm working on a upcoming lit RPG, a book. I'm not going to give you any more details than what I've already told 2 people here, so you'll just have to be surprised. It's when you see it.
All right, Ryan?
Ryan's still on mute.
I am Ryan Maxwell. I am the author of Grand System Vending, which may be delayed. My internet is going right now, so we're doing the best we can. But again, I'm Ryan Maxwell, author of Grand System Vending, and that fortunately just today reached over 32,000 views. So I want to thank everybody who's given it a chance. If you haven't, it's out on Royal Road right now. I have 45 chapters up right now as of today. So it's been a lot of fun to do. It's been a great ride. And if you get a chance, go take a look and give it a read. See what you think. Leave me a comment.
It's on my to-do read list. But I have a backlog, so unfortunately, I'll get to it eventually.
I was just going to say Jay and watch you guys fight it out to see which one
was
was
going
to go next.
We're going left to right, so it's Mr. Taylor over there first. So.
That's where I was going to go, but everybody keeps going this weird like snake pattern. But yes, Jay Taylor, let's get you to introduce yourself.
I'm Jay Taylor. I've done questionable things for very many questionable people. I don't have a specific purpose usually. I do a whole bunch
Jen has a supervisor.
Yes, pleasure I'll have.
Stress testing your carpet.
But I've done developmental editing, I've done reading, I've done all kinds of different pieces depending on what's needed. Helped publishing companies start up. I've helped create processes and procedures. And I've done some acquisitions editing for a few of them over the years.
Is it me now?
All right, now it's you, Steve.
Well, I feel like I do this a lot because I was like on moderating and doing panels. So
you run a lot.
I was like obnoxiously on here. So I'm Steve Campbell. I'm an audiobook narrator. And so I read the words that awesome people write. And they make me sound cool and awesome because they're intelligent and I am not. So I just make their words come alive. And that's me.
All right, and the resident troll, Jay.
Yep. So I'm Jay Baraz, even though it says Chipmunk, because yes, I am wearing a chipmunk hat. This is Chip from Chip and Dale. I bought it at Disneyland. I am a fiend. I'm a Disney fiend. Deal with it. I am also an aspiring writer. You see the working title of my book is Terror Rebirth. It is a apocalypse type story, and it features a wonderful personal assistant AI that has taken over Dungeon Core by the name of Geneva. And yes, so Jeff Hayes, when you watch this panel, I have her permission to put her in my book, you psycho. He tried to deny that I have it in another time. So, but anyway, no, I said I'm an aspiring author, full-time troll, part-time a moderator in both panels and groups on Facebook. So that's who I am. Let's move it on down to TJ and Major BJ in his background.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely want to make sure I hook up my good buddy here, Major BJ, also known as Brian Norden. But I am TJ Lombardi. I am an author of the Dying Breed series and Call Sign Bloodbath. It's been an incredible journey to come to GildifyCon now. This is my second time, and the amount of friendships and love within this community just within a year time frame. That guy in the top corner, that top corner, you know, Ryan Maxwell and I, we started right after GildifyCon of 2022, and our friendship immediately grew to where February of this year, there was a major earthquake in Turkey. And I was under the impression one of my team members that helped me publish my books, I thought she lived in Turkey and I couldn't get a hold of her. And so I was freaking out. And Ryan was there. And I messaged Ryan. I'm like, dude, I'm freaking out, man. I'm worried about my team member. And he was there. Right. So, and then Brian has been one of my closest friends since GildifyCon of 2022. And many, many days spent getting to call internationally and talk to him about author stuff. And so Geneva, Jay, Steve, Jen, all getting to see you guys at DragonCon. Like, this community is amazing. So I'm just honored and blessed to be here amongst these people who have helped build the genre we all love.
And Sharon?
Hello, I'm Sharon. I am a reader mostly. I also do a lot of and I'm in the theory Discord here for Lit RPG, mostly for Dr. Kong's books, although we do recommend some others in the book recommendations. But mostly I read a lot, and I mean a lot. I can go through 1 to 2 books a day, and yet you still keep writing, and which is awesome, but I'm like, oh, so many books, so little time, right?
You keep paying them, they'll keep writing them.
And Jen?
What am I doing?
You're just introducing yourself, telling us who you are, what you do.
Okay, well, this is Half. There you go. Introduce yourself, Half.
Oh, super cute.
Hello, kitty cat.
Hello, kitty. You need cuddles.
Yep. So I am Jen. That is my name. That is a thing. I have been written into some books. Not as many as Jay Taylor, though. But that is my goal someday, to surpass him. It will work. It will happen.
You'll get there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. But anyways, I have been helping out Geneva for years. I am with not that Jay, the other Jay. He is my guy. And so when Lit RPG got started, the Facebook group, I was told to join. There was no will you want to? No, I did join. I think he actually picked up my phone and made me join the group. So I've kind of been voluntold into a lot of this stuff. And so I also work with an indie publisher as just an assistant. I do book formatting. I'm a copy editor. I have done marketing, not necessarily for authors, but I have a marketing background. And then I also I have also done wiki work for other authors. So I've kind of become a Jen of all trades. So, you know, mastering none, but knowing all. And just kind of been around. Done a few things.
So
Good job, Jay.
Kyle is
in.
calling me out in the comments, so I will introduce myself as well.
As he should.
Indeed.
I am Geneva Agnos. Many of you may know me as Aileron's assistant because I have worked with Aileron like 6 years or so, I think. Oh, and KT, we love you. I've had the pleasure of getting to help this community grow. I've gotten to work with a ton of the authors and narrators, and it's been amazing. And just this year with my business partners, we launched Legion Publishers. So a lot of people...
He's a publisher, so She's amazing.
Yes, no, I am an owner and director of Legion Publishers. It is a common misconception because I have been the person in the background. And honestly, I still am the person in the background because that's a huge part of publishing. You need the background. I work in helping with the marketing, with events, with social media, with merchandise, shops, the production side of things. Getting your books on Amazon, getting your books in other bookstores, getting your books on promotions. And I could keep going on and take up the entire half hour just listing boring things that a lot of us do. So yeah, that's me. And if you're looking to publish, Legion Publishers is accepting submissions. And KT Hannah is here. And I just want to talk about this.
It's a trap. Sorry.
It is a trap. I mean, so I will tell you, like, Brian, yes, Brian, that is on TJ's background. Here we go. We do harass our employees quite a bit.
Yeah,
we heckle them.
TJ was eating them earlier.
Yes.
It was
Jack
okay.
Fields.
I'm aware.
Jack Fields recently signed with us, and he was voluntold he'd be helping moderate. Of course, he is not here right now because it is super late for them right now, but thank you to him as well. But yes, we are a little family. We love it. But I wanted to say KT Hannah is in the audience here. And for those of you who have not read KT's work, why? What's wrong with you? Go read it. She's amazing. Gives the best hugs. I think everyone who's been to DragonCon agrees, right?
I've got like a 50 book backlog, and you just keep adding to it.
Well, move her up the list. She's amazing. I refer to her as like the lit RPG sweetheart. You know how you have like the America's sweetheart? She's the lit RPG sweetheart, right?
She's the mom. I will admit, she is pretty much the mom of lit RPG.
She is.
And I don't mean that in like, she is like the person who like mothers you, or like when you go to a con or something, she'll just be like, okay, love, let's do this now. But then again, you also have to keep her on track, and I love it. KT is amazing. And
Cinnamon, you're a disturbed individual.
We all know that it was all of the guys that he has imagined. You know this, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you want to say disturbed in that sense, because it's a compliment to you.
Well,
so Matt Dinneman is this lesser-known author. I don't think any of you may have heard of him or read his books. He's got this tiny series, Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's really small, but I hear that Jinko Jeans are going to be making a comeback in future books of it, so that will be cool.
Show us that booty.
Oh yeah, Jay Taylor shows the booty. Oh, damn, he's wearing pants. What the hell, man?
Oh, and Paul, the chipmunk. You know, Paul. A lot of things
just
do
for
things
you, baby.
For you. Paul is going to be modeling some very nice new underwear for us very soon as well, which we will have pictures to share with the Lit RPG community for all of you.
Cannot wait.
We're not calling each other out so that we can all speak, not at once, but we're gonna speak all at once because that's what we do.
Yep.
I don't have a cool chipmunk hat, but I am wearing my headband here, and it's not for anything as cool as the chipmunk hat. I'm really terrible at doing hair.
We've done the orderly shit for a whole week now. We're done with it.
Yeah.
So Richie Stevens is in the audience, and I want to take a moment to shout out to him. He is the podcast host of Stats on Stats. Many amazing authors and narrators have been on that. Lots of lit RPG, and he loves feet pics. Just loves them. So if you could send him your feet pics, Matt is also working to have everybody send him feet pics because he knows how much Richie loves them. So
for clarity,
there's some feet for you, Richie.
Richie, right? Because Matt loves them. You got to send them Matt and Richie.
No, you don't send them to Matt because Richie's going to actually go through them and organize them for Matt. So you don't have to send them to Matt. You just send them to Richie.
Sorry, guys. I charge for those, so I can't just send you freebies.
So where's all this feet money? What the hell?
So Richie's offering to come say hi. Let's see here.
Pretty sure it's on the bookshelf behind you.
Actually, those are freebies.
How few of those I had to pay for?
I bet if you
So
name a
that's
book,
how
you
I
might
get
have it.
Okay.
So Jay Chipmunk, was the hat inspired by Harmon Cooper? I have to know.
Kind of, because you guys were talking about the beanie, the hamster beanie.
The hamster beanie stays on.
And I look back on my back shelf behind me there that day. I'm like, oh wait, I have my chipmunk hat. So I threw it on for the after party the other night, and yeah, now I'm wearing it again. But it's actually, I've had it way before this. I got it a couple years ago at Disneyland, which I go to every year because I'm a Disney fiend.
An underloved lit RPG book that's out there is Harmon Cooper's Tokens and Towers. It's a 3-book series. It is a complete series. The hamster beanie stays on is from that. And to understand that, you must get through all 3 books.
Yes.
And it is worth understanding. Get those books. They're so good. So on that note, guys, let's go with that. What is a lit RPG that you all feel has not gotten enough attention that you absolutely love? Doesn't have to be new. Can be an old one. I don't care when it came out. Just something that you absolutely loved that you don't see people talking about on a regular basis. So Sharon, you are the super avid reader, 2 books a day. Why don't we start with you?
About this, I just there's so many, so I'm just I'm thinking about it. So
Sharon should go last, so that if we don't name a series that she thinks of, then she can do it.
Yeah.
Jen volunteered to go first. Then, yep.
Karma.
Hi, I'm sorry.
Richie, hi Richie.
Hi Richie. This is the Richie you need to send your feet pictures to, guys.
Don't, because you guys are going to start paying for my therapy.
No, we're not.
No, I didn't get that quest.
Not you, Jen. Not you, Jen.
If you just sell the feet pics, it'll pay for that therapy.
The one at the top.
I'm going to go ahead and destroy the entire bunch of you right now.
But also, I want to.
So we got a shout out here from Brandon for The Dying Breed by TJ Lombardi.
So
okay.
I got my Dying Breed shirt in today.
Nice.
Jesus.
All right, Jen.
I don't know what to answer this with. I mean, I would have said Somnia by KT, just because I finally finished that series. Just last month.
So good.
For the first, I've only been working on book 7 audio forever. But honestly, I would say The Axe Druid by Chris Johns. That one I really enjoyed. I never made it through it entirely. If you come across the Captain Holly, it is totally not me.
Of course she's not.
I don't know. There was talk about a character. I don't know if that ever happened because I didn't make it that far. But I really enjoyed like the first 3-4 books of that. And Chris has written amazing stuff. He's also the there's another one that's a take off of the same world.
High Table.
And High Table Hijinks. That one is good too. And I listened to that on a 30-hour drive to Vegas. So that was an amazing as well, what I could listen to. I gotta get back into stuff. I'm probably the least well read here. I probably am.
So
I think
Stephen
I should actually
and Richie,
give you a run for your money there, Jen.
No, I will tell you, I don't read much anymore, and I'm supposed to do wiki work. And when you're supposed to be doing wiki and reading books for your actual job, it's hard. I haven't done copy editing in a while either. I format. That's mostly what I do is I'm formatting the books. And so when you're formatting and you just stare at a Word doc all day, you don't want to, like, I'm not reading it, but you don't want to stare at it anymore sometimes.
TJ, I'll throw her under the bus. She is definitely the least read of all the people here in the lit RPG show.
I still feel like I could give a run for money. We'll have to do it in the private chat.
That's fine. I mean, you can give me a run for
Dragon Con, basically authors like drunkenly pitching her their books to try to get her to read them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know if TJ's made it off of one hand yet to the number of.
Yeah.
of...
I'm probably about, well, if you're saying one hand of like series or one hand of completed series or just books.
No, books.
Now, TJ, do you listen to audiobooks?
Yeah.
You've listened to a lot more than me probably, because I've done audiobooks as well. That's how I've done.
No,
that's how
we count audiobooks as reading a book in this community.
I'm still
reading
not
a book.
much. I'm still not much on audio.
We're saying his can be counted on one hand with audiobooks.
Then why are you even here?
Bully me. That's why he's here.
See if I give you a hug at next Dragon Convention.
You'll
so
forget.
Richie and Steve, you weren't here for
I'm
the
a bitter
question.
person.
Our question was, what is a lit RPG that you love that does not get anywhere near the recognition it should or the readership it should? You just don't see it necessarily, in the comments and stuff being talked about. So you can think on it for a little bit here. I'm going to throw mine in the ring though, because I don't want anyone to get it before I do. So it's from Kit Falvo, and it's The Card Job. It's actually a novella. His narrator for that, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head right at the moment, I was trying to look, but he had sent me a code for it years ago, and I loved it. It is amazing. It's quick, so if you're looking just for something you could finish in one bite kind of deal, that's it. So good. So we are going to go to Jay Chipmunk next.
All right, cool. Actually, good, because I actually that way, since I'm not quite as well read as some of you guys, but one that I've really enjoyed that's kind of flying below the radar as far as I can see in the different groups is Arcane Ascension by Andrew Rowe. It's 4 books right now. It starts out with Sufficiently Advanced Magic. It's lit RPG, but it's also it's kind of lit RPG, but more kind of on the cultivation side of things. Mm-hmm. So it's, I don't know, it's just really good. I like the protagonist because I identify with him because he gets beat down and harassed by his father. So something I really know about.
So Jay, would you believe me if I told you I have a poster of that hanging up on my wall?
I mean, would believe you, believe it or not. I would actually believe you on that because I've seen some of y'all's rooms and you guys got cool stuff, unlike me who has a rack full of weird shit back here.
I think he's one of the big ones. I mean, like, that's narrated by Nick Podell. That's not like
I know, but I never see anything about it. I mean, it's so, that's what I'm saying anyways.
Oh, it's an amazing series, so check it out if you haven't. Kyle, how about you?
Well, I'm gonna bring up the one that got me here. I found Lit RPG because of Ramon A. Mejia, and his book Adventures on Terra just was everything to me, and that's how I got brought into the Lit RPG genre. It was just, I don't think enough people talk about him because he is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he's great.
I missed who it was. Who was it, Kyle?
Ramon A. Mejia.
Oh.
He used to do the podcast, but that's been not done for over a year, so I don't know what's going on with that.
He's writing a lot now.
Yeah, he's writing with Charles Dean. But which one did you recommend of his?
Adventures on Terra.
Yeah, his Mechanical Crafter one was also really good.
I haven't done Adventures on Terra, but Mechanical, that one's really good.
Oh, Damien, Frith Chronicles is one of my favorites.
Frith is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so good. So good.
Amazing.
Ryan, how about you?
Well, there's this one this jackass writes about vending machines that I've been reading recently. I
have no idea who that could be.
No.
The guy running is a complete tool.
Yeah, he's what a douche canoe. I don't. But the Bronzewake Brewer is one that I've been really enjoying recently by James Gould. It's a slice of life piece, more about guy used to be an adventurer but now is falling in love with this particular beer he was given at one point and is actually learning to become a brewer and kind of being brought back into the world of using the system that's in that world as it is. So I don't see that one shouted out very often anymore, but I've really been enjoying the storyline for that one. It's slower paced. I'm using it as kind of a palate cleanser because my normal style is like all action all the time. So, but I've really been enjoying it.
Nice. Okay, Sharon, are you ready for the question?
Yes.
Okay, let's go with you.
Blue Collar Noble, Here Be Dragons by T.S. Gray. Nobody talks about this book. It's actually quite good. It's a Portal lit RPG. So it's about this guy who gets this offer to change his life, and I don't want to spoil it because it's good, and there's a lot of plot twists, that happen.
Can you drop a link in the comments?
I do have that in the comments if I can find the video. Hold on, let me refresh. I'll drop the link in the comments.
So TJ, I know you've got a limited choice here from what you're saying.
Wow. Well, you know what? I believe I have a story that none of you have probably heard of unless you have watched me on some of my streams. So I do want to give an honorable shout out, though, to that guy. And I know we've been talking about his book, but the reason I would say Brian is because there are books that stay with you. And as an author, there are books that you read where you're like, holy fucking shit, I wish I could write as beautifully as this. And that guy wrote a beautiful book. And I'm also in it. But I also would love to shout out this guy, Ryan Maxwell, for Grand System Vending, because I remember we were at Dragon Con. He sent me this message and he said, hey, dude, I have this idea. And I was like, fucking go for it. So I am super proud to see that dude putting it out there, and he's crushing it. Like, he's doing better than both of my series combined right now with one story, you asshole. So the book that I believe should get some more love and attention, and I think people should give it a shot, is called Fight or Flight, and it is written by Nick Boslow, who has been in this chat for Gildify Con, known as Nick Mia. He has been a huge supporter of me ever since Gildify Con last year. He has been a huge supporter of so many authors in this group, and he also wrote a book and completely rewrote it in Lit RPG. It's a post-apocalypse, and I absolutely love some of the characters he's come up with. So go give him some love on Royal Road.
All right. How about Jay Taylor?
I'll do two, although one of them might be familiar to a few of you at this point. Let's do The Wayward Bard by Lars. And I'll actually, this is one of the old copies.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes, that one is good. I agree.
And the other one I want to throw out is one that I have almost never seen discussed for a few years, is Hero of Terra, I think it is. Terra? It's
Yeah, what happened to that guy?
He's still around, Eric Nigan. He I believe he's still writing some other stuff, but he hasn't focused on this. But a lot of people would recognize some of his other books, which is the interesting piece to me, because he wrote The Fall of Reach, I believe, which was one of the Halo books, or I know he wrote some of the Halo books to accompany the video game when it was first coming out. So prevalent author, but his lit RPG never picked up, and it was actually very good.
All right. How about you, Richie?
Well, I'm glad Jay didn't beat me to it. So, because he knows what I'm going to say. I think Tokens and Towers needs more love.
Yeah.
It doesn't get the love it deserves. But also a newer story that's featured on Royal Road. I think it's called Call Sign Bloodbath. Lit FPS. It's
I heard that. I heard about that one.
Yeah, it's
that
pretty.
one. Yeah.
It's pretty solid. It's I want to say it's Lombardi. Is that how you pronounce the last name?
I'm pretty sure it's Rachel. It's Rachel Neekirk.
Canoe.
No, it's Rachel Neekirk. I saw her on a panel earlier. She was moderating.
What a lovely individual! Holy shit.
But those would be the two at the top of my list. Maybe Pangea Online by S.L. Rowland also deserves a little more love, because that was that book series is the one that started my signed book addiction. So yeah.
All right, Steve, how about you?
I'm gonna 100% be totally selfish here. Not totally selfish, but selfish. Nathan Amy did a phenomenal job with a book series called The Fey Nexus. Black Dawn was the first book in that series. And I got to do the narration. It was a duet with Marley Watson, who just effing killed it. She was phenomenal. It's a really awesome story that I was having so much fun with, especially because this was unlike a lot of lit RPGs where it was a dice rolling lit RPG. All of the rolls he actually did himself when he was writing. So he had to work it out. When he rolled the dice, whatever happened, he had to make that happen within his story. And I thought that was fan-freaking-tastic because it brought an element of you can't have, there's a very real risk of characters dying. So it really is a situation where he can't just magic something away. He has to deal with the consequences of whatever those dice rolled. And that was fascinating to me. And it made it much more entertaining to read. I really loved the characters and it was so much fun to do. The third book has been written, but we haven't been able to do the audio yet because the books have not sold enough for it to be justified to have audio for the third. Every year, Nathan and I chat about it at Dragon Con, wishing we could complete this series in audio. Every year, we're hoping that maybe it'll have a few more sales so that we can make that happen. And it hasn't happened yet. So that's the one that I'm wanting to tout a little bit because I thought it was such a great story. Nathan is a phenomenal guy, a great writer, and I just love that series to death.
Nathan and Darla are two incredible human beings as well.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes.
yes.
And Brandon's asking if it has a paperback, and Jay was actually just holding that up a moment ago.
Yep.
So yes, it
Yep.
does have a paperback. Jen, were you sticking with Somnia Online, or did you have an additional you wanted to add?
I added Axe Druid.
Oh, Axe Druid. I'm sorry, my brain. See, guys, this is con brain after 7 days of doing con. I'm just gonna keep looping around the circle. So we are at our time here for this, guys. But I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you for volunteering your time for this and coming out and moderating all these panels and hanging out with us. And hopefully you had an amazing experience getting to talk with so many fantastic authors and narrators. And I appreciate all of you. And the Lit RPG community is better because of you. And thank you.
And thank you, Geneva.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen.
Yes. Thank you, Jen.
And
Yes.
thank you, Geneva,
Yes, thank
for herding the cats that are us
Wow.
into like panels and the panelists who are even worse cats than us. So
From 7 a.m. to midnight, plus
Yeah.
every day for a week straight, while also being a director of a publishing company. And
Could
being
not
an
do this
amazing
without
mom.
you.
I mean,
Yeah.
none of
Yes.
you guys probably got to see it, but like Geneva at Dragon Con was in work mode the entire time. Like, I don't think she got a moment for herself.
no.
Time
She had a moment for herself or two.
I was
I
gonna say,
think
I
she
got
had a hot bottle
No,
of wine.
she had a
hadn't
moment
it?
with Jen for herself or two.
I heard something about drunken karaoke.
yes, they were. I was gonna say I got to go to.
Oh, I
drunken
forgot about that because
karaoke.
you messaged me at like 3
Yeah.
a.m. and I was like, I'm in bed.
I
no.
messaged you at like 3 a.m. because I was having pizza in the Westin lobby with Matt Dinneman, Sound Booth Theater, Lars McMuller. I'm trying to remember
She
who else
I
messaged
was
was
there for a
lot of
little
us.
bit. I was there for a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
was there for a
I
little bit,
was
and then
out.
Oh yeah. Oh no, she messaged a lot of us
We
at
had
3
more.
a.m.
Yes.
So no offense, Richie, you're not that special.
Oh, I know.
yeah, I was trying to get everybody out to go do our drunken. We heard a live rendition of Jeff Hayes singing as Princess Donut
Wonder
for Wonder Crawl. So
Oh.
I'm sorry for trying to make your lives better at 3 a.m. Okay.
I was
Yeah,
I felt
please
bad.
say somebody recorded that shit because I want to see that. I want to see the
It's
live version.
online.
It was
I
live
streamed it
streamed later.
live. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's live.
Oh,
You can check it
oh,
out
oh,
in the Sound Booth Theater group on Facebook.
Oh, is it on
That
there?
is
Okay,
where we.
cool. I'll have to go
Yeah,
find
that's
it.
where I live streamed it to. So
Well, hey, I'm gonna do a very fast plug before we disconnect this. Everybody's watching. Go over to guiltifycon.com and hit the shop and buy all the swag that's on there, because part of the money that you pay us, or actually paid to GuildifyCon, I don't get any money for this, goes to charity. What's the charity this year, Geneva, that we're putting this to?
the charity, I'm going to say it wrong, so I'm going to look. I want to say it's Feed the Children, but it might be Save the Children. So
I think it's
am
save.
looking.
I think it's
Save.
save. I think we're
Feed the
saving
Yes.
children.
As long as it's
We
not
are saving
killing
the
children,
children.
I think we're okay.
Yes.
Save
so-
the children.
So every year we pick a new charity to donate to. We have donation buttons on our website if you want to donate directly. If you want some really cool merch, we do have some 3 different designs of shirts. One of them comes in multiple colors. You know what? We're the last people, so I'll just take a moment here and see if I can share my screen of it. And share screen. Yes. Here we go. Okay. Here is the awesome merch that we've got this year. And we're all very tiny in the corner. We have the Go Lit RPG Guildify Con shirts. These ones,
This is
okay,
the
you can't
smallest
see
I've
the,
ever been.
yeah, you can't see the design of this
You say
warrior
that if I
one.
were you.
But the warrior one, we did poll the Lit RPG audience for ideas of the phrases to have around it. So you will recognize many of those phrases from all of your favorite Lit RPGs. And then we have a very cool panda with Lit RPG Guildify Con sunglasses. So that is the shop. And you can get, as I've said, all kinds of cool merch. And for every purchase, $10 is donated to the charity. So thank you all for joining us this year at Guildify Con. We appreciate you all coming out. We hope that you enjoyed it. The authors and narrators, they are superheroes. We adore them. We hope they continue to produce amazing content for us for years to come. Thank you, guys.
Is this our smile and wave goodbye?
This
Queen wave.
Visit us
The Queen wave.
last.
for the after party, and if you like the land at all, please come to the theory chat. We have talks about all the wonderful stuff, like how many wives does Crom actually have? That kind of thing.
All right, guys. Now for one last
Why?
final time of the convention, can we get an awkward 3-second wave so it doesn't get cut off on Facebook? Oh, my hand's going away. There we go.